You're now watching Lena Blue TV.
Sexy baby, you could call me Kevin A. I don't need a condom, but girl, you gon' need a ring. I had a dirty CD and my mama took it back. Now I curse and show my ass every fucking time I ran.
So you feel that the era of 2009 and 2014 is the most underrated?
2009 through 2014.
Yes, is the most underrated era of rap. Why do you feel that way?
Because it makes no sense that all the dudes who were rookies in 2008 and are now the top tier, quote unquote, legends of this era, why the fuck are only a few of them considered the guys that everybody talks about? Yeah, okay, Kendrick, Cole, Drake, cool. But that, even in that doesn't make too much sense considering Drake, yes, Drake is a part of the three that started it. Drake, Wale, Cudi, they came out first. You could say the Cool Kids, but they were a duo, so solo niggas. They came out first. Then, same year, you have Dom Kennedy. Okay. And then Wiz Khalifa done been around for God knows how long at the time, but Prince of the City too, that time. Then you got J. Cole and Kendrick over here in 2009 and 2010, which I love them. But I don't get why only three niggas out of an era that every major guy is a legend now. Yeah, some stragglers then fell off. But I can name 15 niggas off top of my head that are still killing it right now. Some of them are dead. Mac Miller, Nipsey Hussle, Smoke DZA, Currency, Wiz Khalifa, Freddie Gibbs, Pusha T. Yeah, he's older, but he went solo around that time. Fucking Dom Kennedy. Aaron, I almost said somebody that fell off super hard. We're not going to go there. Boldy James, the Cool Kids. Fucking Kid Cudi, Wale, Sir Michael Rocks by himself, Rob Banks, the Flatbush Zombies.
Wow.
It goes on and on. Isaiah Rashad. There's so many, and they only talk about TDE and these guys, which yes, you're supposed to, but you're not supposed to take two niggas out of the pack and then be like, yeah, this is what happened then. Fuck no. And then that's why they try to sit here and get mad with all the new trap shit and all that stuff. They're like, oh, hip-hop died. No, it didn't. Hip-hop balanced itself out, but none of you guys gave a fuck about these guys. Like, why the fuck is Wale not as big as J. Cole, but you guys love introspection and versatility? There's nobody more versatile than Wale, but he doesn't get love because he gets emotional every now and then. But y'all listen to Drake. He's an emotional ass nigga in the music.
Is that really why they don't receive that recognition, or?
I don't know, man. It's because the fans, the fans that get the say so, they don't really listen to shit. It's like why I left a big name off of there. Big Crit, Big Sean. Why don't they get certain respects? Because y'all feel that they're not doing this, but then y'all like everybody sounds the same. They don't sound like them, so why don't they get credit?
Is that literally the same crowd that's saying that, though?
If it's not, what the fuck happened to the crowd that was here when Dom Kennedy was dropping a classic every year? Kendrick Lamar, Wiz Khalifa, all these niggas was dropping 4 classics a year. Like, but now all of a sudden everybody's sitting here like, yeah, people are just now making classics again. No, the fuck they are not. There's over 50 classics between 2009 and 2014 on Dat Piff. Crazy. And they're free. Return to Forever is free. Cushion Orange Juice is free. Return to the Winner Circle is free. Fucking every Lil Wayne project was free. And he's mainstream. So now No Ceilings ain't a classic because it was free? Why these nigga shits ain't classics?
People are not appreciated. Like, these artists,
Chip the Ripper.
not the way that they're supposed to be.
It's sad. It's super sad. And it's upsetting because I'm like, I come from that era. Shoreline Mafia comes from that era. All these kids come from that era, but y'all not talking about it. And these niggas are still here. Every last person I just named has dropped music within the past 365 days. Even XV, who disappeared for the longest, even that nigga dropping music right now. Why doesn't nobody talk about them? But then everybody's like, oh, these new guys are coming out. They all sound the same. Hip hop is dead. No, the fuck it is not. Y'all are not putting hip hop where it needs to be.
So do we gotta dig through the trash?
it's not even digging through the trash, because it's like, we don't know these niggas' names. We know these niggas' names. All you got to do is Google them and go to their Twitter, and you see everything they've been dropping. Google is so easy nowadays. You could type in a nigga name. YouTube, type in somebody's name on YouTube. You see every album they've ever dropped in a line. So how is hip hop not alive? Big Crit done dropped the album so many times. Smoke DZA has the god that everybody loves to talk about when it comes to boom bap. He done dropped like 2 classics with Pete Rock. Don't nobody talk about Smoke DZA. But as soon as Griselda comes out doing boom bap, now boom bap is back alive. And I love Griselda with all my heart. But they know these niggas is doing that. They know they're not resurging anything. They're just coming along in the group of niggas that really take rap seriously. They're just a part of the later class of it.
I don't know. Does laziness play a part in it?
Hell yeah. I play a little bit of a part of it myself too, but there's a balance. We can't act like these niggas that aren't lyrical and all this aren't teaching us things at the end of the day. They're, to me, third verses should be rare. You shouldn't have a third verse on every fucking song. Like, why should your song be longer than 3 minutes? Like,
because people are not listening that.
Not even not listening. It's just, we could do that now. It's just, it's not going to be a 3-minute song because the beat is going to change. The flow is going to change. The whole fucking song might even change. Look at Sicko Mode. Is that really one song? No. That's a Travis Scott song and a Drake song in one song. Yeah. Because when it comes to fucking 3-minute songs, you're not going to want to hear the same beat unless it changes or unless this dude is a god level rapper. Which, even the god level rappers, how many of these guys who love hip hop, I got a Nas shirt on, how many of these niggas listen to the whole album? They don't. I debate hip hop on Twitter with niggas all day. Follow me on Twitter if you want to find out. Lil Big Smoove. Fucking dudes don't listen to hip hop, bro. They listen to the albums that you Google. Again, I've been listening to hip hop my whole life. When I started digging into hip hop on Google, you type in what what are classic hip hop albums. They're gonna show you Illmatic. They're gonna show you Ready to Die. They're gonna show you All Eyes on Me. They're gonna show you Get Rich or Die Trying, Doggy Style, The Chronic. Cool. What about everything else? These niggas listen to those albums, and I understand. You cannot listen to a classic album and really understand how classic it is within a year, especially those albums. It's not, you can't just listen to them and then now you're a hip hop purist because you fucking listen to it. Like, no, nigga, for real, can you quote Prodigy's verse on Suspect? I don't think you can. So why are you telling me that Illmatic is Nas's best album when you don't know how good it was written was? You've never listened to Street Disciples. I was there. I'm 24 now. If you would have asked me when I was 17, what's Nas's best album? Granted, I still would have said It Was Written because I love that album. But if you would have been like, so it's better than Street Disciples, I would have fucking lied to you. I would have been like, yeah, Street Disciples was trash. Never fucking listened to it. Yeah. So it's like, even I know what it's like to lie. Like, but I was young. These grown niggas lying. Like, it's like, bro, you were around when Illmatic came out and you sitting here trying to tell me. And then that's the thing too. The older niggas be like, I was around, so I know more than you. Really? What did Nas say on track 4 of I Am? What was track 4 of I Am? Shut up, nigga. Like, you've been here for 15 years. It should be embedded in your memory if you're a real hip hop fan. And the way you say you are.
So what makes you a real hip hop fan? If you can quote.
If you live with it. Like, if you really live this shit and there's no bias. Like, that's my thing. Like, people try to be like, oh, I'm a real hip hop fan because I listen to lyricism. Bullshit. Because a lot of times there's lyrical rappers who are fucking trash and these niggas don't say it because they're wordy. It's trash. Like, you can be lyrical and can be trash. You can be non-lyrical and be fire. I was just telling my homeboy this the other day. I'm letting niggas tell it. I don't like to brag. I'm lyrical. But OGZ from Shoreline Mafia will wash me if we're on a song right now. It will just happen. I'm not at a place right now to where I've understood how the fuck this nigga is so simple but will wash me. And it's little things like that niggas don't understand about hip-hop because they don't care about it enough to really look at it as a lifestyle. Like, there's something new that opens up to me about this shit every day. And it's like, niggas think it's cut and dry. It's really not. It's creepy as fuck.
Give me an example of somebody that's lyrical but trash.
I don't like to do that. I don't I don't want to tarnish them because, niggas got their own. Niggas got their own.
A few of them.
Oh, yeah, it's a gang of them. But I don't want to do that. I don't want to. I don't want to do that. I can give you an example of someone who's not lyrical and is super fire.
Okay.
I can give you a few. Dom Kennedy, OGZ of Shoreline Mafia, Snoop Dogg. I mean, I don't know. Over the years, I keep wondering if Young Thug is lyrical or not, because that nigga is a wordsmith, I swear. He just uses words that you wouldn't think to use. He's so clean with it. Wiz Khalifa, like, you don't have to be lyrical to be incredible at this shit. And then it's like, how many times has someone... Oh, put it this way. This is my perfect point. Freddie Gibbs. Fucking lyrical anomaly. One of the
Freddie Gibbs, yo.
Really?
Who is Freddie Gibbs?
Freddie Gibbs is one of the greatest rappers that has ever fucking lived, out of Gary, Indiana. He's he was signed to Young Jeezy back in like 2011, but that not to say that Jeezy put him on, because he didn't. Yeah, that guy. That guy, the fucking GOAT, nigga.
Oh my god.
But I'm a gigantic Freddie Gibbs fan. He is beyond lyrical. And even in that, Freddie's not your traditional lyricist. Like, niggas would think, oh, he's so wordy. He's not. Like, Freddie raps about cocaine, bitches, drug addiction. He raps about every aspect of life, but he does it through perspective and putting the right words together. So he's a lyricist. The only times I've really ever seen Freddie Gibbs, I could say, got bodied on a song is the only time he's gone up against someone who's not lyrical. This nigga Dom Kennedy has bodied Freddie Gibbs to me twice. And Freddie Gibbs to me is the only person that bodies Currency. And Currency goes up there with everybody. I've heard many songs with Lil Wayne where Lil Wayne has not bodied Currency, but Freddie Gibbs has, but then Dom Kennedy bodies Freddie Gibbs. As hip-hop fans, how does that make sense? If lyricists are the top echelon, how does Freddie Gibbs take out one of the hardest lyricists, but then a nigga who's not a lyricist takes out Freddie Gibbs? That's what they don't understand. And niggas don't admit that. They'll be like, man, Dom Kennedy's not a lyricist. He got bodied on that song. Why? Because he didn't say some words that you don't fucking know? I don't like that. I don't like that niggas get credit because they said some shit you don't understand. Like, if you catch it later, it's one thing. But if you don't understand it right now and you're trying to tell me that it's better than the shit that you did understand, that's weird as fuck, bro.
So what? That means that people just got to get their vocabulary up, or they're, start searching words.
They just got to be more honest about being ignorant. That was my thing as a kid. Like, I used to tell my friends, I would listen to Mos Def in high school and shit, and I'd be like, dude, I do not understand this right now, and that is amazing to me. Because I know once I do, because that's my thing, I'm not going to lose it. I'm going to keep listening to it until I fucking understand it. Off top, just the fact it's that hard. I'm not sitting here listening to some lyrical miracle shit that's boring as fuck, and I'm like, I'm going to wait till I get it so I can feel smart. Fuck no, nigga. I want to hear that beat change from definition to redefinition on Black Star and figure out what the hell this nigga Mos Def is talking about on this hard-ass beat.
So where are you going right now? Like, I feel like you have all this information, all of this knowledge of music. Where are you going with your music right now?
That's my dilemma right now. I'm wondering if I should just keep it music or, like, put all this insight into, like, some type of podcast or something.
I think you should.
Cause I'm like, niggas... It's too much.
Why can't you do both?
I can. It's just, I don't know, man. I got to kill off a lot of niggas that I'm not negative like that. But I'm like right there, you asked me, who's the person that's not, you know how many motherfuckers I could just pinpoint and be like, this nigga. My friends hear it all day, every day. But I'm like, I'm an artist at the end of the day. I understand. I wouldn't want somebody doing that to me. Because I know niggas could point at my music and be like, nigga, you don't talk about shit. You don't talk about the struggle. You talking about wrestling and bitches and what's that about? But it's like, I mean, hey, at the end of the day, because it's like, if a lyrical miracle nigga said Biggie was trash, he could, if he knew what he was talking about, he could make a point. Because if you like that super lyrical struggle shit, you can only point to a few Biggie songs that's really going to give you that consciousness that they look for. If you're looking for rapping, you're going to find that on any Biggie song. But that consciousness, if you know what you're talking about, you can make a case that for what you like, Biggie's trash. But to niggas, that's blasphemous, right? So I don't like those niggas. I don't like the niggas that you can't even say it to them because they're like, that's blasphemous. Why? Biggie said E40 was fucking trash. E40's still around. Biggie's a god. Are we not going to say that he was dead wrong? He labeled he did a 1 out of 10 scale on rappers. Labeled E40 a 0. E40's still dropping music that's fire to this day. Because Biggie said it. Is that not true? Let these niggas tell it, yeah, E40's fucking trash because Big said it in 1996.
So what did E40 do about that?
Kept being E40 and being that nigga, bro. E40's fucking incredible.
He didn't invite him to a show, right?
I don't know. If he did, wait. I think
he invited him to a show and
yeah, they met up, right?
Yeah, it really wasn't a show or something like that.
It was these Bay Area niggas, bro. Yeah, I heard something about that. I heard he did ask him about it, and he was like, "Oh, I mean, I didn't even listen to you at the time." Yeah, I did see 40 talk about that. And seeing shit like that, like niggas talk about hip hop, they don't even know these stories. I was just telling Yo Brother Dave, for people who don't know who I'm referencing to when I say Aaron, I was just telling him the other day. I just seen on Twitter, I don't know what happened, I guess after the verses between DMX and Snoop, something about DMX's life story went viral. And I follow a lot of niggas who preach real hip hop. And I'm literally watching them say, damn, bro, I didn't know DMX's life story was this crazy. How the fuck do you not know that? You supposed to, yeah, like not even through the music, like you preach hip hop. Hip hop is this, hip hop should be this way. So if you're supposed to tell people how you're supposed to view a culture, shouldn't you be tapped in? DMX is one of the greatest rappers that has ever lived. He is, to me, hip-hop's prophet. Like, that is an anointed motherfucker, right? So, and then on top, you just talk about gigantic hip-hop careers. You don't go too many names without saying DMX. You say Tupac, Biggie, Eminem, yada, yada, yada. You're going to end up saying 50 Cent, then DMX, or vice versa. How the fuck do y'all not know this man's story when his behind the music, which is supposed to be a monumental thing for artists, and y'all say, oh, rappers should be given the things that rock niggas get. Okay, DMX got a behind the music. In 2010. Why 10 years later, niggas that preach to other people on the internet about real hip hop don't know DMX's life story? It makes me be like, so do y'all know that Tupac was born in New York? Like, do y'all know he's not from LA, that he's from Oakland? Like, do y'all... I was literally on Twitter last night. Somebody asked, what's y'all top 3 favorite Bay Area rappers? And I was about to do the bullshit. I was about to, oh, Mac Dre, Too Short. And then I stopped. I was like, wait, Tupac's from Oakland. I was like, so Tupac. And then Larry June, who's another great artist out right now. Larry June and Too Short. I was like, damn. I've been a Tupac fan for as long as I can remember, and I've never considered him a Bay Area rapper until last night.
I love them 4 pillows, stay right when we layin' as we sip Chardonnay and laugh hard. The Marlon Wayans, girl, don't start your playing. Cause that leads to Marvin Gaye and cut sheets that'll make us suck teeth on laundry day. And I've been long for 4 minutes in a day and I'm missing that. Sucker shit ain't something I be with and I'm strict with that. No country for no hoe shit. I used to lack emotion, cause all was on my mind was fuck it. Now that's some hoe shit.